Hello and welcome to the Ayala Show. My name is Ayala and this week we're here in the beautiful British countryside in the Cotswolds region. And we're here to catch up with two really interesting artists. One is Emily Barker, who has the soundtrack out on a feature-length film released today, Hector. And the other is Sam York. Let's go and see how they're doing. Sam York has been looking at issues facing musicians in the current music industry. He made a BBC documentary for Radio 4 recently called The Pop Star and the Prophet. He spends most of his time living in his van on the road, but when he's not away touring, he's based here in a beautiful English country pub in the Slad Valley.
I don't know much, I have been known to get things wrong. Heard there's no more money left and that the good old days are gone. They say the system is at fault and that there's no one we can blame. But the rich keep getting richer while the poor just stay the same. Oh, it's a crazy world that we live in. Maybe I'm just too young to understand. Oh, it's a crazy world that we've been given. What kind of world we leave behind is in our hands. I heard about a man who's on the run, 'cause he told the papers all the things his government had done. That they stole our information so that they could keep us free. But it don't feel like freedom if somebody's watching me. Oh, it's a crazy world that we live in. Maybe I'm just too young to understand. It's a crazy world that we've been given. What kind of world we leave behind is in our hands. I heard the news of thousands marching in the streets. They said nobody was listening, so they voted with their feet. Now I don't know if they can change things, but I'm glad to see them try. And in the crowd I heard somebody cry that it's a crazy world that we live in. Maybe I'm just too young to understand. Oh, it's a crazy world that we've been given. I know enough to use my voice and raise my hands. Ooh.
Hey Sam!
Hey Ayala, how you doing?
It's awesome to be here in Stroud and hang out with you a bit in this beautiful countryside. I was going to say your album or your... But you're not doing it like that.
Album?
Your album is out now. And the only way people can access your music is by downloading your app, which is free.
Yeah, it is free, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's also really interesting.
Well, I kind of feel like the way in which we've made music has always responded to the technology of the times that we're in. And, you know, I think people made albums because that was the technology available to them. There was, you know, first vinyl and then cassette tapes and CDs, and, you know, the length of albums changed as the technology changed. So I kind of, you know, looked at the technology that we have now, and probably like one of the first technological platforms we have is the smartphone app, actually. You know, the smartphone is the first screen that most people look at.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought, you know, what's that like? And, you know, with apps, they're constantly updating, they're constantly evolving and changing. And so I'm kind of seeing my own musical project the same way. It's constantly evolving and updating. And when I write a new song, it will just appear on the app. There's also a little social platform there, so you can message me and I can, you know, see the pictures that you've posted, and we can have a little conversation there. And I can also communicate about all the gigs I'm doing and the live events I'm doing, and hopefully sort of build up my own little network, you know, through my album, through my app, as it were.
And I heard this week your amazing documentary that you made as a presenter yourself.
Yeah, we did it for BBC Radio 4, and it was basically about a French thinker, I guess he's sort of an economist and an intellectual in France, who's been a sort of an unlikely inspiration for me for a big chunk of my life. He's called Jacques Attali, and he wrote a book in the mid-70s about music, but coming from the perspective of an economist. Basically, he said that there was going to be too much music pretty soon. He could see the way the technology was developing. And he claimed that this was a problem because it would make charging for music impossible. Charging for recorded music impossible.
Yeah, I mean, it is a challenge, and it's one of the reasons that I suppose I've been drawn to, with the team here, to make a live music show as well, because I think live music is really important. And
It's so much more exciting, actually.
something else about you that's very inspiring is your self-sufficiency, and this has also been another theme during this series. We've noticed how a lot of artists are, you know, doing their thing with loop stations, even really successful, even like Ed Sheeran, you know, I guess he's had to do it on his own, using him as an example because he's so successful. He's had to do it on his own for so long, just him and his guitar, that now he's playing all the stadiums. I guess he's like, well, I may as well just carry on, this is what I'm used to now. And we're all sort of having to become more and more self-sufficient in order to confront the problems that are facing us as musicians.
Yeah.
And I noticed you got your van, and you're living on the road, you're kind of living in your van, and you've got your own setup, and what's that like?
I love it. I mean, because I'm a child at heart, basically. I love, you know, hanging out in my van. But it's kind of turned into this really sort of versatile thing. I sleep in there, but I also record in there. You know, I've got
Studio on the road.
I've got a studio on the road, and a lot of the stuff of my music that you hear in my app has been recorded in my van. You know, I've done a lot of the vocals in there, and
Would you be willing to show us your van?
yeah, absolutely.
Have a look inside.
Absolutely. Should we go outside?
Yeah, let's do it.
It.
I know what you're going to say, 'cause you asked to see me face to face. You're going to tell me that it's not my fault, that it's just bad timing, that's all. I can't believe I fell not to right from the start. It must have happened as you lay in my arms, and I listened to the beat of your heart. Now the rain beats on the window, you're crying and you're shaking, trying to find the lies designed to stop my heart from breaking. Holding on to every word that's falling from your lips, I'm begging you to tell the truth. Speaking from the script, speaking from the script. I know you wanna save my pride, but I'm trying to read the truth in your eyes. Maybe you just couldn't see who I was, or what you saw in me was just not enough. Find someone else who'll make you laugh the way we used to, but will you find a way to tell him what it takes to keep you holding on to every word that's falling from your lips? I'm begging you to tell the truth. Stop speaking from the script, speaking from the script. Try to change your mind, but I know that it's time to let you fly. I'm praying that I can change your mind. While we're still here, put down your lines. I'm holding on to every word that's falling from your lips. I'm begging you to tell the truth. Stop speaking from the script.
We're just arriving at awesome folk singer-songstress house Emily Barker, who's been working on a film score for a feature-length film which is actually out today. So let's see if she's in.
Hello.
Hi, Emily.
How are you going? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
What a beautiful home.
It's a tiny little one.
It's so wonderful to be out in the country in such a stunning place.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Nowhere to you is anywhere to me, and anywhere away is where I wanna be. I'll watch the clouds change, the skies are wild with rain. I would leave you here if only you would stay. I hold on to nothing now. You're everything to me. Anywhere away is where I wanna be. I live on the path between somewhere and somebody. Anywhere away is where I wanna be. The wind it blows, it moves us down the road. The land it changes, still you're all I see. I broke waves against the shore. I broke bottles at your door. I would leave you here if only you would stay. I hold on to nothing now. You're everything to me. Anywhere away is where I wanna be. I live on the path between somewhere and somebody. Anywhere away is where I wanna be.
We're going to take a short break now, but don't go anywhere. We've got loads more incredible music right after this.
Tramwires cross Melbourne skies, cut my red heart in two. My knuckles bleed down Johnson Street on a door that shouldn't be in front of me. 12,000 miles away from your smile. I'm 12,000 miles away from me. Standing on the corner of Brunswick, got the rain coming down and mascara on my cheek. Oh, whisper me words in the shape of a bay. Shelter my love from the wind and the waves. crow fly, be my alibi, and return this fable on your wing. Take it far away to where gypsies played beneath metal stars by the...
We've come here to Stroud, to the beautiful British countryside, to the Cotswolds, to check out what's going on here. You've been touring around, doing your own gigs, but you've also been writing. You've written for this film that's out today. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Really awesome.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Hector.
Yeah.
So go and see that in the cinemas. And yeah, tell us about that.
Well, how did that came about? I was on the Dermot O'Leary show, actually,
Awesome.
and he got me on the show because he'd found my music through the television series called Wallander, and I sort of wrote the theme tune for the British version of Wallander.
Yeah, I was going to come on to that. So
Yeah.
you've done it. Brilliant.
Yeah. And then I also had a song on another BBC Two crime thriller called The Shadow Line, and sort of he'd gone, oh, I like that theme tune, and I like that theme tune. I'll contact Emily, get her on the show. And so I, on the show, performed both of these sort of theme tunes that I'd written for crime thrillers on the BBC. And he asked me this question, which was, would you like to do more film and television music? And I said yes, and the director of this film, Hector, happened to be listening to that radio show at the time, and
Perfect.
he emailed me a couple of days later and said, I've just written a script, it's going to be my first film, and I'd love you to do the music. So I met up with him, he sent me the script, and I loved the script, and he then we met for coffee, and it just sort of went from there.
So what's coming up for you in 2016?
Well, I think Series 4 of Wallander is being released, and there's most likely going to be a best of, which is quite a strange thing, but I think that's happening in January. And then in February we're going to release this Applewood Road record, and I'm going to be recording my new Emily Barker record at some point as well, and just doing a ton load of shows and festivals hopefully as well.
Busy year.
Busy year. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for hanging out today. It's been really nice to come to your house and hear your gorgeous songs.
Yeah, thanks for coming to visit in Stroud.
And lovely to see your little environment. and
Yeah,
have a
the
good
Prince
pint of
Albert.
Guinness.
Yeah, I've almost finished mine.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And now we're back in London in our very own Battersea Park studios, and I'm about to catch up with Ireland's own Fame Academy superstar Sinead Quinn, who since her #2 hit song I Can't Break Down in 2003 has toured all over the world and now teamed up with the gorgeous Tom Billington for their country Americana band, Billington and Quinn.
Staring at a screen and this train's going by and there's leaves on the line. Well, coming home, baby, 'cause only you can make it alright.
If you come walking in the door with a face like thunder, I can take no more.
Well, I don't wanna hear it 'cause I have enough and I don't wanna fight no more. You say yes, you say no, you say no.
Right now it's only
Dalton and Sinead Quinn, welcome to the Ayala Show.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
No, thank you for coming. It's so amazing to hear you play live. You guys are absolutely stunning.
Thank you very much.
But how did the two of you end up coming together?
Well, it's a good question. I'd met Paul, who is Sinead's husband, who is the drummer in our band, and I'd met him playing 3D printed instruments, which was a bit random, but we met and we became friends, and we were at a wedding together, which was a fancy dress wedding, and I was on my stilts. One of the other jobs I do is I'm a stilt walker, so I was on my stilts dressed as, I don't know what I was dressed as.
He doesn't need much length.
No, yeah, and Sinead was dressed as the Queen of Hearts. Was that right? You had like bright red hair and sort of like that, and we ended up singing together that night, and it was like, okay, cool.
And you write all your own songs together?
We do.
How does that work out?
Well, we've both got families, young families. We've both got children, and so quite a lot of the time it's with kids trying
juggling them on your knee.
Yeah, trying to deal with like yelps and kind of biting and scratching over here, and then like, what chord was that? Okay, yeah, great. Oh, don't put that down. So,
in fact, one song that we wrote, Emerald, my daughter was in the room, and Tom was like, "That's the note."
She's like, "Meh!" I was like, that, whatever that was. Just go, da, 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 da. Got it. Right, off we go.
We got off to a good start. People gonna play their part. Don't get torn. You were born with a good heart. Born with a good old heart.
I know I dance like a badly charmed snake, and I'm all fingers and thumbs, but by you, I've been positively overrun.
You can never underestimate the mark that you've indelled upon me. It's a rat race, and I've been positively overrun.
Soon it'll be time to tell you what's in store. Soon it'll be fine to show you to your door. We got off to a good start. The people gonna play their part. Don't get torn. You were born with a good heart. Well, don't grow up, it's a trap. It's easy when you don't look back. Don't get torn. You were born with a good heart. Born with a good old heart. Soon it'll be time to tell you what's in store. Soon it'll be fine to show you to your door. We got off to a good start. The people gonna play their part. Don't get torn. You were born with a good heart. Well, don't grow up, it's a trap. It's easy when you don't look back. Don't get torn. You were born with a good heart. Born with a good old heart.
I just want to finish with one last thing. There was another quote on one of your bios that I thought was so stunning. I'm going to read it out. It sounds like an Irish proverb.
Okay.
Together they make a sound that is as old as the waves that carried their influences here, but as fresh as the wind that caused them. It rolls, it rocks, it swings, and it sings, and is honest as the day is long. Bellington and Quit.
Absolutely.
That sums it
Who
up.
wrote that? That's good.
No, genius.
A genius, clearly.
Love it. Thanks, guys.
I know I creak like an old wooden floor, and that I fade in the sun. But by you, I'm a rabbit and I'm on the run.
Keep your wits about you when you hit the ground, and when all said and done, it's true. Two dreamers are better than one.
Soon it'll be time to tell you.
If you enjoyed the 3 acts on this week's episode, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the exciting extras. Come back next week to find out how we got on in colourful Mexico, catching up with some of Latin America's biggest stars. See you next time.
You were born with a good heart.